There we go. Good evening and welcome to the LM Bank. I'm only using this because we have people online. I think you can all hear me pretty well, but if they're online, they can't. I'd like to tell you about a couple things that are upcoming. Um, on Wednesday, we have the Medicine Theater, which is a group creation of story for healing and all that kind of stuff. So that's Wednesday night. And also, the other thing that's going on Wednesday night is emotional surfing. Bring your own board and blanket. But it should be a lot of fun. Apparently, it's been doing very, very well. And the third thing that I want to tell you about, actually, I'm going to actually point to the teacher who's going to be leading this next Sunday. Sunday, I think it is, right? Yeah, yep. So, or is it Saturday? 24th, whatever. Sunday? This Sunday coming. Great, good. Okay, I did have that right in my brains. And this is from 1 to 4. And this is transforming the poisons into medicine, is the language you're using here. And this looks like really good. This is the most valuable thing I ever learned from Tantra. The ability to transform the poisons into the wisdoms is really simple. It's really straightforward. You all have the ability to do this, and learning it is one of the most useful things I've ever run into in my life. So I highly recommend getting some training from somebody who knows what they're doing. So if that's not enough of an advertisement, I don't know what is. Good luck, guys.
So nice to see you and be here with you. And I've been in and out, and I miss you when I'm not around. And I miss the class and the community. So it's always good to be here. And we had a wonderful kirtan on Sunday evening, and I see a handful of you were actually here, and we chanted our hearts out. And there's just something so uplifting and healing about chanting in a group. So I thought I'd bring my harmonium and we'll keep going. We'll keep riding the wave and we'll do that. How is the temperature in here? Is it stuffy? I'm feeling hot, but I'm willing to sacrifice. If you guys are happy, it's stuffy. Normally I keep it at 72. I think it's better just because that mill can go on and get loud sometimes. It's nice when it's not on, actually. Are we going to hear our bird tonight? I think so. What is the bird called? Do you remember the name of the bird? No. Totally forgot. There is a bird we've noticed, Amber and I have noticed, that at about the same time every Tuesday night, there's a bird. Have you noticed the bird singing? So she looked it up, and it's like an evening, like a nightingale type bird who sings at sunset. So there must be a nest. I don't remember. Yeah, well, I wasn't here last week, but our little mascot. So let's take a moment and let's drop in so we can start to shift gears from our day and start to settle in and feel that nourishment that we come for, drinking from the wellspring of the breath and quiet. And if you're not already, then go ahead and turn the two corners of your mouth up a little bit, as if you're about to smile. Notice how that changes the feeling in the face and the internal atmosphere. And just sitting in a natural way. Let yourself just settle into a quality of being present. You could feel the weight of your body on the cushion or chair. Notice the texture of the clothes on your skin, the temperature, the air. The feeling of other beings around you. This collective commitment that we share. Feeling the being buoyed up by each other. Just knowing we're here with you. This quality of metta, loving kindness, of friendliness that we learn about in Dharma. In a way, that's what Dharma is all about. And our first steps, or every other step throughout our whole life, is about befriending ourselves, is turning our attention inward and feeling a sense of friendliness, of shining the light upon yourself, the light of your awareness upon your being. It's like the wise, the wisdom being within you, turning to shine its light upon the human being. Feeling of spaciousness and compassionate understanding that life is challenging. We're doing our best, and it's okay. So turning inward in this feeling of befriending. Of the sensations in the body, befriending the emotions, the thoughts. And as we do in each class, let's kind of mark this beginning of our practice and our time together with a personal prayer of motivation, of what is our intention for our practice and our life. If you wish, you can take the mudra of single-pointed intention, the two middle fingers upward, pointing, the other fingers folded. This is the single-pointed intention to awaken for yourself and all beings, to befriend yourself and therefore be able to be a friend to others. Bodhicitta. And releasing your hands back to your thighs when you're ready. Just continue to breathe and rest in this quality of joyful presence. And we'll begin with some nad yoga, some sound yoga, some sound breathing to help soothe us even more and bring us into a balanced homeostasis. So when we chant, it's like we're doing natural pranayama because the exhalation is longer than the inhalation. And so this natural sounding long and slow helps to tone the vagus nerve, calm the nervous system. Do so many good things. We're focusing on opening the throat, feeling the vibration of the sound in our head, in our jaw, our skull, body, chest. It's not about sounding perfect or great. It's about feeling and the opening, unwinding and melting tension and blocks of expression. So we begin with MMM. We'll do 3 reps of each sound. Inhale. Then the next sound is ha, and there's a lot of space between the upper and lower teeth, like you have a matchstick in between. And feel like you're making a vertical line from the base of the spine up to the crown with the sound ha, H-A. Inhale. Ha. Now the next sound is N-A-H, na, and the push at the end with the H sound. The feeling is that you're descending this vertical line from the crown to the base of the spine. We're creating a yantra, a mandala of sound. Inhale. Na. And now the sound Hre, H-R-E, and now we're making a horizontal line. It crosses at the head, and feel like you're smiling ear to ear. Inhale. Now we make the sound nu, N-U, and everything comes to a single point, right where the vertical and the horizontal axis meet. And you furrow the brow like you're thinking and concentrating really hard, puckering the lips as you say nu, N-U. Inhale. Nu. Now the last sound is an Om. We bring everything together in the circle of Om, and feel free to make the sound of Ah, O, a three-part Ah, O, Inhale. Now we'll recite all those sounds, one after the other, one time. It sounds like this. Just listen. Ha, na, ri, nu, om. And we'll do that 3 times together. Inhale. Ha, na, ri, nu, om. You can breathe before the Om, it helps. Inhale. Ha, na, ri, nu, om. Ha, na, ri, nu, om. We're going to chant a Ganesh to open our evening. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, remover of obstacles and bestower of wisdom and learning. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om. Listen. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 So we'll do the next chant because I think my phone's going to die if I wait till the end of class to do it at the end of class. So this one is the Devi chant. Most of you have learned this probably, and if you haven't, then, and how is the temperature? It's a little icy in here. I'm freezing. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only teacher who has a problem with the temperature. I don't know, 74 could be good. Let's leave it. Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate it. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. It's not 75. I don't like. No, it makes me sleepy. And everybody starts looking like they're really bored and falling asleep. 72 is usually good, but sometimes this thing has a mind of its own. Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam 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 Ma. Essentially we're paying homage to Devi, the goddess Parvati, who's like the mountain maiden. She's Shiva's consort. And they're the cosmic lovers, the yin and the yang, you know. And so Parvati is her name. Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari. Shankari is basically the feminine version of Shankara, Shiva's name. Sharanam, Sharanam, Sharanam Ma means I take refuge, I take refuge, I take refuge in you, Mother, oh Mother. Which is great because the topic for tonight with our Dharma talk is refuge. So Sharanam is I go for refuge. Ma is mother. So we'll start slow and then let's see. Repeat after me. Devi Mano Manohari. Manohari means she who steals away your heart or mind. Heart, mind. So Devi Manohari. Again. Parvati Shankari. Parvati Shankari. Sharanam. Say. And then 2 more times with a ma at the end. So Sharanam, Sharanam, Sharanam ma. Good. So we'll do this call and response. Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanam. I'll sing with you. We'll do it slow. Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama. Sing with me. Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama. Together. Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama. Now the melody is the same, but this part 2 is just repeating Sharanam over and over again. Ma. So listen once and then we'll sing together for a while. Sharanam, 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 Ma. Sharanam, 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 Ma. Sharanam, 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 Ma. Sharanam, 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 Ma. Good, again. Sharanam, 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 Ma. Sharanam, 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 Ma. Again. Sharanam, 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 Ma. Sharanam, 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 Ma. Good. So we can just sing all together. We don't have to do call and response. How's the sound balance with the tabla and the harmonium? And good, okay. Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama 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 Sharanam 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 Ma 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 Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam Sharanam Sharanama Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam 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 Devi Manohari Parvati Shankari Sharanam 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 Ma 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 Sharanam Sharanam sing with me Sharanam Ma Sharanam 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 Ma So let's stretch our legs for a moment before we sit again. Let's get up and do a little bit of movement. If you can. Feel free to spread out if you want to, and you can really do whatever you want here. I'll lead some stuff, but feel free to listen to your own body. If you want to go do a sun salute in the back of the room or whatever, you can also do that too. All right, so let's inhale. Let them go. Again, inhale. Inhale. Good. Make fists and pound the ridge of the shoulders. Make it heavy, dropping like dead weight. Good. A couple more. Good. And now spiral, helicopter to the right, to the left. Let the head turn. Take deep breaths. Really feel the lungs being kind of squeezed and released, squeezed and released. The spine loosening up. Ooh, feel free to let out some sighs if you want to. It's only Tuesday and it's... Oh. Okay, good. And then, last time, now the hips. Remember that little smile and see how that affects you. It's a good practice to check in on yourself. Am I frowning? Am I stuck in a resting bitch face? And reverse. I have to thank my mom for this. She was always like, turn up the two corners of your mouth, lift your forehead, lift your eyebrows. It makes you happy, you know. She was always, you know, she earned it, you know. She earned it. Some people suffer, have horrible things happen to them, and have to really work hard for the joy. Now reverse. And she did that. She taught me. She lost a child when he was 2, before I was born, a different father. But I was her first child after that horrible loss. So she was very careful with me. She like overprotected me. You know, I was an only child, overprotected only child. That explains it. Explains it all. And then let's put the feet together. Oh, yeah, who said Was that you, Chris? You're ready for toes. I know, I didn't start with the toes. You're so ready. Don't you want the toe torture now? And reverse. Yeah, usually we start with the toes, but I thought, But now that Chris is, see, I'm taking requests tonight. So before we sit on the toes, we need to loosen them up a little bit. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm moving so you can see my feet if you're new. So the right foot's a little bit behind you, and put the weight on top of the toes. You can do this on your zabuton or on the wood floor if you really want torture. And that's how my teacher taught us. We could not use yoga mats, by the way, until we came to the floor. Sometimes we could use yoga mats for the seats. So really feel the toes and the ankle and the hip, and lift up through the crown of your head and reverse. Have you been doing your squat, Suchi, Chris, since Esalen?
Yes.
How's it going? Yeah, it still hurts. Yeah, it takes time. Do the other side. Huh? You can hold longer. Good, good. And do you notice it's making a difference in your gait or your feeling in your legs? You can be honest. What?
I did not notice.
Okay, so you start paying more attention to that and see. And reverse. Some people are born with just open feet and ankles, and other people, they have gifts in other parts of their body, but not in the feet. All right, good. Now let's shake it out a little bit. All right, so now we're going to do Suchi. Suchi, it means needle in Sanskrit. Do you know how we used to have to get down into Suchi? People with knee stuff maybe don't want to do this. I'm not pointing at you intentionally. I just broadly. But this is how we would have to come into Suchi. And you can try it if you want to. So the heels are like, feel like the inner heels are kissing each other, and they never want to part. You know, they're just squeezed together. The toes are slightly turned out, and you're going to keep the heels together as much as you can as you come down. As you come down, the knees stay wide. Inhale. Exhale, turn the palm, and then start to slowly lower down. Keep the heels. Try not to stick your butt back. Yeah. Can you come back up? Turn the palms. This is Nritta Sadhana. This is the preliminary to the Shiva dance of Ananda Tandava. So you can come halfway down if your knees are sensitive. Don't push it. So you exhale down, turn the palms up, inhale up. Place the heels down as soon as you can as you come up. Good. Again, turn, exhale. Good. Straight down. Try not to lean. We'll do one more. You guys are naturals here. This is not planned here. I'm just spontaneous. Amber, you've got skill, girl. Exhale. Come down. Now we're going to stay down. So we're going to come down mindfully. You're going to slowly, got a dress on, Slowly let the knees come to the floor by lengthening the front of the hips. And then sit on your heels. You may need to scoot your feet a little closer together if they came apart. Did you get some heat in the legs? That's nice. That's good for meditation. Okay, so now we're in Suchi. Think of this like a meditation pose. Take your thumbs, wrap the other fingers around the thumb. Rest the fists on the thighs. So if this is not sustainable for much longer, your other option is to come up like this and just kind of work the feet here. This is meant to tax the feet, stretch and open the soles of the feet. The hips, the sits bones are sitting right on top of the heels. You know, I had a spine injury and I had really bad neuropathy in both feet. And this has saved me. This shape helps me unwind the stagnation and the pain of the nerves. So this is important stuff. Yes?
In this pose, sometimes when I come down, my big front toes are
That's normal. Yeah, they don't need to stay together.
just like a wide spread for a bit, or should I let them kind of?
They just come naturally. Yeah, whatever you need to do to feel comfortable with the toes. Put your mind in your hand and hold it. Don't let it roam. You're not hitchhiking. Okay. All right. I think if you need more, we can talk when people aren't wanting to kill you for asking a question. I'm kidding. I'm joking. This is easy for you. All right. Some of the other faces in the room are like, no, I'm exaggerating. Okay, so now I like to just poke fun here. Okay, so now we're going to do the counter pose, which is to sit on the feet and lean back. And really pull and open the tops of the feet. So good. Get the knees up a little higher, knees up a little higher. Andrew, knees up a little higher. Honey, you're up. You should be up here. You're doing your own variation. Yeah, that's it. Good. Can you lift the knees a little higher? A little higher? That's all right. If you can't, it's okay. Yeah, good, good, good. Very good. Look at Jordan on the wood. Holding down the shadow yoga tradition. Hard against hard makes soft, right? All right, come up. Good. Now let's sit on our butts and massage our feet. Do you guys massage your feet at home? Good, good. This is an important practice. You can take one foot at a time and really dig your thumbs into the sole of the foot. Good. And make your way down to the toes. You can rub each toe. And then you can take, this is a nice shape to do this into with the bottom leg kind of folded. Interlace the fingers of the top foot. And let's make some circles. Happy feet. And reverse. You can massage the calf as you turn. Yeah, good. And other side. Oh yeah, we didn't. Let's take some time to really dig in with the massaging part. So you can take the middle line all the way from the ball of the foot to the heel, and then back up, and then do the toes. There's all sorts of reflexology, but you could also just intuitively press different areas and see what's sore. You're looking for sore. You're looking for tender. And then breathe into those areas and start to open them up. And then the toes. And now we can then put the leg up and do the turning. This has been another really important recuperative practice for me. So if people have neuropathy or nerve damage or nerve just pain, this is really important. Reverse. Just don't ignore your feet. Keep your feet young and happy. You know, we focus on our face so much, but what about our poor feet? We need to invest all that money in the feet. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, good. Now you can straighten out the legs and shake them out. Who cares about the face? I mean, we just have to look at it. That's the feet. Hey, look at my feet. Look at my gorgeous feet. Okay, so Botox for my feet. Hey, maybe that would make Suchi easier. I don't know. Really? Do you think? Maybe it does. Well, but it's paralytic? Okay. But they do it for, used to have migraines and they gave me Botox around the crown and at the base of the skull and it totally helped and they never came back. And I didn't have to keep getting it. I had to get it twice. My insurance paid for it. I was so desperate. I'm like, just do it, you know, just, yeah. Not a lot of people know that. That's an option for migraines. Okay, so let's get comfy and go to bed.
Battery 50%.
Sorry about that. I can't get it not to talk. Okay, let's go ahead and meditate. We're going to do a little shorter meditation because we had so much fun with our feet and everything else. So we're going to drop right in. Let's see how, it's not quantity, it's quality. It's not length, it's depth and concentration. So check in with yourself. Like right when you hear the bell, feel that you're just dropping in. No beating around the bush. Just go right into the place you know to go. Settling the body, speech, and mind in their natural state. The body still like a mountain. The speech silent like a lute with its string cut through. The breath in its natural rhythm. The mind vast like the sky, free of center, free of periphery. Feel the belly rise and fall. Let that anchor you down into the body. and yet feel this quality of relaxation imbued with presence, wakefulness, not dullness or sleepiness. Turn up the clarity dial, luminosity dial. Soothing the whole field of the body with each in and out breath. Drinking from that wellspring. The wellspring of soma, the elixir of life, the sap of vitality within you. The breath is like the dipping down into that wellspring and flooding your tissues with that nourishment. And be a place of refuge for yourself, for all parts of yourself. Turning inward isn't going for refuge. Finding shade amidst the glaring sun, the heat of the sun of samsara. The ultimate refuge is refuge in your own true nature. Familiarize yourself with this depth, wisdom that's been here with you from the very beginning, the beginningless beginning. This is the undying, unborn. This is the ultimate refuge. Take refuge. Settle the mind in its natural state, free of grasping, free of distraction. Release into presence. And rest. your own Buddha nature, refuge feels out of reach at times, we can take refuge in our breath, the gift of life, the body receiving that gift. Take refuge in each breath. Gratitude, simple contentment. And drink from the wellspring of the breath and the presence that it imbues, the nourishment of presence. Presence is rigpa, awareness, a knowing. There is no there, there's only here. Sometimes the mind goes hither and yon looking for refuge out there. You come home to your breath and your body, your presence, and again take refuge in this gift of your capacity, your own Buddha nature. And if the mind revolts and goes all over the place, then try to embrace it and bring it back home. This too I can include. And you could say that to yourself. This too I can include. Even the things you don't want, can you? Include even that. This too I can include. And feel that. Be a place of refuge for all those parts of yourself. Come home. This too I can include. And feel. When the mind is still, stabilize. Capture the citadel of awareness. Claim your space, take your seat, and bask. In the glow that suffuses all thought, feeling, perception. That glow is you. You are the sun. close by dedicating the merit of our practice for the benefit of all beings. Like a drop of water releasing into the vast ocean of positive merit. It becomes limitless when offered up. Feel that. May all beings be well, may they be happy, may they be free of bondage, free of suffering, free of fear, free of hunger, free of violence. And in some way may I help to relieve the suffering of beings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Refuge. I want this to be interactive. We have about 15 minutes to explore refuge together, and we just practiced refuge a bit. So I want to build off of that, and then also read to you some of this beautiful chapter on refuge. It's only 3 pages long. Maybe we touch everything, maybe we don't, doesn't matter. I know last week Gina talked about compassion. I asked her to talk about that, so she skipped ahead a little bit. So we're backpedaling a chapter. So this is on page 73 of this wonderful book we're going through, On the Path to Enlightenment. Heart Advice from the Great Tibetan Masters, compiled and translated by Matthew Ricard. So refuge is such an important part of Dharma teaching and practice. It's really like one of the first things one does when one sets out on the path of Dharma. Take refuge in a teacher, take refuge in the Dharma, the Buddha, and the Sangha, the spiritual practitioners, the community. But there are also other layers and understandings of what refuge is. And so I alluded to that during the practice. You may recall a couple weeks ago I said one thing that's cool about Dharma is they give you sort of the big secret right away. And if you don't get the big magic, deepest teaching, if you don't get it, if it's over your head, then they say, well, for the middling folks, here's a little bit more explanation. And if you still don't get it, well, for the people who are maybe a little simpler, like, need a bit more explanation. Here's the full breadth of like the path laid out in full detail, ad nauseum, to lists upon lists upon lists upon lists. Lifetimes of learning is possible with those long lists. So I wanted to give you that same kind of feeling with the meditation and going for refuge. Do you remember what I said? I don't expect you to remember, but maybe you do. The first thing I said for refuge, like the first place we go for refuge. That's a good answer, but I worded it slightly different. Like the nature of your own mind, which is bodhicitta on a beautiful ultimate level. So yes. It's not what I said, but it's a good answer, actually. It's good. Nature of mind, Buddha nature, the ultimate refuge. Why? Why would that be like the ultimate, the most advanced, the biggest teaching right away? It's so cool. For so many reasons, it's cool. So there's not just one answer. What if I told you, you don't have to go to some guru, you don't have to go to some text, you don't have to go to a temple. Find it in there. That's your refuge. What's cool about that? What's cool about that? I'm asking you. That's right. You don't have to give up, your autonomy. You don't have to bow down to some idol. The teaching is saying you are the guru. You are you, Guru. You are you. You are the one. You are the ultimate place of refuge. But why? Why is that? Why? Why is the Buddha nature, the undying, unborn state, the ultimate place of refuge? He's like, don't look at me. Amber. I'm calling on you guys now. It's like I'm the tough teacher tonight.
Why is the ultimate place of refuge
Your own Buddha nature, yeah. The depth of your mind, yeah.
Probably some great answer about how I grow one. I don't know.
Good try, Andrew. That's a part of it. These are part of it. Chris.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, and it's kind of worrying me. And the answer in my head is that part of the core things being taught in Buddhism is like derealization, depersonalization, like disassociation from your experience and going into the fact that your mind is showing is the theater and losing attachment to the content, which is like something that can happen can be like really dysfunctional, but also is I think what is being pointed to in like a functional way. That's my
Yeah, definitely going to refuge in a good place, a place that's worth going for refuge in. But that's interesting. There's something to everything you guys have said. But it's still not quite it. Yes.
Beyond samsara,
Mm-hmm.
beyond impermanence, beyond suffering,
Mm-hmm.
beyond self.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Get better than that, I guess.
Can't get better than that or than death. Did you say it can't get better than that? Than death? Okay, that. I'm saying that. Yes, yeah, yeah. So again, all of you guys are like coming at it from a good angle, different angles, but towards the middle. So I'm going to give it to you, and it'll come together. Buddha nature, our own true nature, is beyond birth and death. It's the unborn, undying state. It can't be explained through words or understood through concepts that are stuck in the temporal space-time continuum type thing. It's beyond that. So when it comes time to leave this body, which is like the ultimate terror, right? Death. We have to know where to go. And if we stabilize resting in our Buddha nature, in our authentic true self, the true nature, then we know where to take refuge. It's familiar. We know it. There's no doubt. And at the moment of death, in fact, the clear light dimension, luminosity, dawns. And if you can recognize it, that's the ultimate refuge. It's like you come home to yourself because the veils are pretty much wiped away when the body's no longer clouding our perception. They say you're 8 times more clairvoyant when you don't have a body. So Buddha nature is this ultimate refuge because it's a place we go to in the terror. It's because why do we even need to take refuge? I mean, the premise of going for refuge is based on the idea that it's scary out there and we need a place to go for refuge. So the biggest fear is the illusion of death. But if we can stabilize in the undying state during the waking dream of life, then we don't have to experience death as terrorizing. It can actually be interesting, or like, oh, I look forward to that someday. Curious about it. Does that make sense to you? That's why Buddha nature is a place of refuge. It's a place of refuge. It's an act, but it's also a place. It's a state, too. Yes?
I think of, in addition to death, all of the external stressors that we can't control, and that
Sure.
is a way to internally cultivate that practice. So.
Exactly. On the daily little mini deaths and panics and fears and confusions and conflicts and all the crap we have to go through. Like deal with people and right. Is that what you're saying? Like
I
it's
was driving here and saw the traffic on the other side.
yeah.
And I thought, I hope I don't have to, that'll be my refuge on the way home.
It'll be clear by then, for sure. Okay, so that's why. So I started there with you because if you have access to it, then go there. Like feel that. There's no there there. So emptiness is also a good answer. And what you're getting at is the habitual state versus the natural state, and the big natural state is housing all of the wild dreams of the habitual tendencies too. And you want to be more familiar with those natural state, the natural state. So I think that's what you were getting at a little bit, Chris. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you said that about in the meditation, I visualized me being eaten by a tiger, and that
Mm-hmm.
actually that I'm dying, and
Uh-huh.
I go into and like watch it happening, and I'm like just in the nature of the mind and seeing myself being eaten by a tiger, and then I started to think like, but and in traumatic experiences, a lot of times people like disassociate,
Yeah.
and usually it seems like it's like a natural property of mind that
Yeah.
protects you in some way
Yeah.
that even children figure out to do, and usually
Yeah.
they're like, well, that's not good, So
Right.
I'm confused a little bit about like what kind of our society is like. If disassociation is like one of the worst things that could probably happen to you, and Buddhism being like the best thing you should do is do this thing, which I can't really tell the difference.
Okay, well, there's a couple of misperceptions a little bit about Buddhism's not all about dissociating.
Okay.
It's also about very much inhabiting the body and being mindful of sensation. Remember when we did mindful walking at Esalen? We were in on our feet and feeling nature. So you're really present. You're like, just hallucinating. It's so beautiful. You're so present. It's like the most beautiful experience ever. So it's not all about that. But then I'm also thinking of a beautiful teaching that I've heard. So Buddhism definitely does, especially Vajrayana, does teach us to dissociate, to leave the body through deity yoga. You let go of the normal sense of who you are and you become a deity, or you eject your consciousness out through the crown of your head and you become a dakini. I talked about that on the Sunday night. So it's a different kind of dissociating than dissociating from trauma, because of trauma. And I do think that form of also dissociating because of trauma is a gift. It's a lifeline. It's a lifesaver sometimes. And I do think that it's not all bad. It's just bad when we don't have to do it. Not bad, but it's maybe not functional or helpful when we don't need it anymore and we do it out of habit. But all the great cultures that have strong shamanic and healing arts practice in a ritual way disassociation, leaving the body through trance, through journeying, the shamanic training, right? And then they re-embody. And those cultures are the most embodied people, the Kalahari, the Tibetans, the Mongolians with the shamans, Native American. There's a ritualized way to go up and out and merge with the great spirit, or dissolve the small sense of self and merge with the greater sense of self. But then there's that's a dismembering, right? You dismember yourself as this. The same with the chud practice. You dismember this body that's not, that you think this is who you are, but it's not really who you are. So you have to kind of like slough it off, and then merge with something bigger, or meet energies and have visions that are beyond this corporeal body. But then you come back into the body, and that's called a remembering. It's like you're putting yourself, you're membering back together. You're remembering who you are, but at a more integrated level. So I think this whole idea of like dissociation's bad, we have to stop dissociating, is you're touching on something that's important. It's not good or bad. Like when I was going through my 3 years of hell with chronic pain, I had to learn how to dissociate, and I've experienced firsthand that dissociation is a lifeline, and sometimes it's the right thing to do. Like it can be good, because when the body is inhabitable, it's good to learn how to not inhabit it sometimes, because it's heavy shit. I have a friend who can go to the dentist and she meditates. She is allergic to the cane family. She can't do any Novocaine or any, she can't do cocaine. She can't do anything. So she can't be numbed out. So she has had to train leaving her body she's had a root canal without any pain killer. And she leaves her body and she says a slight feeling of it, but she's not suffering and she's okay because she's learned how to dissociate. So you got me on a way different topic, dude. You're guilty as charged. We're not going anywhere with taking refuge. No, I'm kidding. No, I mean, that is a form of taking refuge, obviously. I mean, of course, that's what your question came from. But where do we take refuge? And can we be agile? Sometimes we take refuge in dissociation, sometimes, or God, or the Dakini. Sometimes we take refuge in our own breath. Sometimes we take refuge in our own body, in our own cozy home. Sometimes we take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So that's what we'll talk about next week. And other things that have to do about that. If you have the book, please read this chapter, reread it. It's only 3 pages long. And think about it. Think about it and come with some questions. It's very sweet. Beautiful quote from the 14th Dalai Lama, our Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, and then Padmasambhava, one of the greatest tantric Buddhist adepts of all time from the 8th century. So just those 2 quotes and a little essay by Matthew Ricard. And I want to talk about refuge. I think this is a fascinating topic. It's easy to kind of gloss over it and go, oh, ho-hum, refuge. Yeah, we do that all the time in Buddhism. But it's a very interesting thing. Like, why do we go for refuge? Where do we go for refuge? What does it feel like, the act of going for refuge? It can be really healing, can be really helpful on so many levels. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. I don't want to try to squish anything in. Yeah, what do you think about that dissociation topic? It's an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's hypnobirthing is very interesting. I studied that, and boy, did I want to be able to. This videos in the hypnobirthing training of women who really do sort of, they're there, but they're not feeling it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I didn't do that. But you want to be there, you know? You need to push that baby out, you know? Unless you're like, no, I'm done, take it out. You know, plenty of women do that. But I did not want to do that. And I did not have to do that. Some women don't want to do that, but they have to do it, and all the power to them. But I do think that some women experience orgasm, some women experience bliss during birth. Of course, I wanted that too. I was like, sign me up. Did not get that at all. Mudita, empathetic joy for the women who have orgasms during birth. I'm so happy for you. May you have 1 million orgasms next time. May it increase 1 billion-fold. That's mudita. That's empathetic joy. Rejoicing in the good fortune of others. You can find so many opportunities to practice mudita at every twist and turn. Women's bodies are amazing, aren't they? See, men, it's incredible. Can you believe it? It's amazing. Om Parvati, Sharanam Ma. Thank you, Mother. Take refuge in you. Let's take refuge in the Great Mother. She's so loving and embraces us even if we're little shits. She's always there for us. Sharanam, Sharanam, Sharanam Ma. Let's say together. Sharanam, Sharanam, Sharanam Ma. Okay, thank you everybody. Have a good night. I'll see you next week. Om Mani Padme Hum. Be gentle and compassionate with yourself and think about why you might go for refuge. And for the non-Buddhist, the Buddhist curious people in the room, you could think about it in terms of like, why do I go for refuge in Christ or God or Netflix? Or going for refuge in drugs and alcohol, that's a whole other thing. We're talking about more of like, divine things. What? Yeah, we'll talk next week. We went deep really fast. It's Chris's fault. It's all his fault. It's all his fault.
I had one of those births, not the one with the 1,000 orgasms, the one with connection to the entire universe and like
Yes.
every woman that ever lived.
Ye-
Just this,
You felt that.
yeah, amazing.
Wow, that's great. Yeah.
I never felt anything quite
Quite like
again.
that. Yeah, good. What a gift. Yeah.